Hey guys, Ryan G. Wright with DoHardMoney.com coming to you with a Just Ask Ryan question of the day. And today's question is, what makes buying a foreclosed property risky? If you've got a question like this you'd like to have me answer, type it in the comments below and I'll create a video just like this for you. Really appreciate the question. I think what's important to realize when we talk about foreclosures is foreclosure is a process and an event. So it depends on when in the foreclosure process you're talking about buying this property. You see, once somebody gets behind on payments with their bank, then they get what's called a late notice. And then they will get a notice of default. Notice of default is what begins the foreclosure process. If you're buying the property, when somebody has a notice of default, as long as you get full title insurance and you close with a title company, there's really no concerns at all with buying that property. See, the title insurance is going to protect you if somebody else says they own the property or if there's some issue with the title of the property. What the title company does is does research to make sure that that title can be conveyed. It also does research to make sure anything that's owed on the property is paid, and the seller pays for that, and they pay for that out of the proceeds. Meaning, if you were buying the property for $100,000 and the seller owed $80,000, the title company is going to research and say, is that really what's owed? They're going to get a payoff. Maybe there's also a lien for like solar panels for $10,000. They're going to find that, and then they are going to say it's $90,000. They are going to pay those off. All the money's going to go to the title company, and then the $10,000 remaining is going to go to the seller. So that's what happens there. Now, the next part of this process of foreclosure is a notice of sale. And a notice of sale means the bank is actually going to sell the property. And if you buy it during that time, that works too. Same process. You may get involved with what's called a short sale, where an agent is working with the bank to ask the bank to take less. And if you do that and you get full title insurance and close with a title company, there's really no problem. The issue really becomes the day of the foreclosure sale. See, what happens, depending upon the state, some are judicial states, some are non-judicial states, meaning it goes in front of a judge or it doesn't go in front of a judge. But what happens is the sale price on this property, when the property sells, it's typically an auction to the highest bidder. But where people get in trouble is they don't know really what they're buying, because second mortgages will also go to foreclosure sale. And I've seen lots of people buy a second loan thinking they're getting a great deal, and they're actually buying a second position, which means they would have to pay off the first loan and foreclose in order for them to get their investment that they were hoping for. So they thought they were buying a first position, they're really buying a second position. So how do you work around this? Well, you've got to do all your title research. You've got to make sure you're buying the right position. However, when you're buying at the foreclosure sale, there's no title insurance. You can't pay for title insurance and have that title insurance happen. It's a cash sale. You're buying it. You're supposed to already have done your research ahead of time. What you bid is what you bid. So you got to be prepared for that. So one of the things I talk about is newer investors shouldn't be buying at foreclosure sales. You can buy notice of defaults, notice of sales. You can buy short sales. The issue comes in when you're buying at the foreclosure sale, and because you don't know what you're getting. You don't know what position you're getting. Now, you can do the research and you can figure that out, but it's not a great place for new investors to get started. You want to get it prior to that point in time, because if you're doing it afterwards, that's where you're going to get yourself in trouble. So, to recap, the risk comes with not knowing what position you are. The risk comes without getting any title insurance. The risk comes with potentially not being able to get any hazard insurance until after you've actually purchased the property. The other big risk you're going to run into with this is cash is due as soon as the sale happens. So you've got your sale that's going to occur, and as soon as that sale happens, the cash is due, has to be transferred, and you've got to have it immediately. So you're not able to get a loan on it, you're not able to get title insurance, and you're not able to protect your position or know your position. Now, is there people that do foreclosure sales and they're super successful at it? Yes, absolutely. These are very professional investors. These are people that are taking on risks and willing to take on that additional risk. The other big thing you're going to get into, or the other big problem that you're dealing with when we're talking about a foreclosure sale, is you can't get inside the property. You see, the bank doesn't own the property yet. The process of foreclosure is how the bank takes over ownership. And in doing so, you don't know what the property looks like on the inside. You can't just roll up to the property and say, I want to see your house, because the seller can say, no thanks, I own this, I don't have to let you in. As a matter of fact, even after the bank does the foreclosure, the bank, if the seller hasn't left, the bank has to do an eviction to get the seller out of the property, even though the seller no longer owns the property. And if they have personal property, they have to do a personal property eviction. So with all that in consideration, what we're talking about here is the additional risk that comes as you're trying to do a deal that is currently at the foreclosure sale. Now, prior foreclosure, not a problem. Now, what happened after the foreclosures happened? Then the bank lists the property, the bank tries to sell the property. That's not an issue. If the bank has already done the foreclosure sale and they have title to the property, it's no problem if you want to buy the property then, and here's why. The bank will allow you to get full title insurance. The bank will make sure you can get inside the property, and then you make the purchase. So pre-foreclosure, notice of default, notice of sale, buy those all day long. Post-foreclosure, once the bank owns it, it becomes an REO, buy those all day long. At the foreclosure, be very careful. I don't recommend newer investors do this because you don't know your position, you don't get title insurance, it's harder to get hazard insurance, you haven't seen the inside of the property, and you have to pay cash. There's typically not a time for you to get a loan, even not enough time to get a hard money loan. Every state's a little different. In my state, you put up $5,000 earnest money the day you in, and the next day you have to have the cash wired to the attorney that was the foreclosure attorney. So that's some of the downsides as we're dealing with foreclosed property. If you found this video helpful, and I hope you did, hit that thumbs up button. It tells YouTube that you like and they should show this content to more people that are interested in real estate investing. So please do that if you like this video. Also, if you've got a question you'd like to have me answer, just type it in the comments below and I'll put a video just like this together for you and for all my other YouTube subscribers. Meaning, if you're not a YouTube subscriber yet to Do Hard Money channel, you may want to do that as well. It's free and you can unsubscribe if you don't like the content at any time. A couple other things to be aware of. If you want some help getting started in real estate investing, that could be fix and flip, it could be rental, it could be BRRRRs, it could be finding properties, valuing properties, it could be project management. If you want any of that type of help, software, tools, resources, check us out over at dohardmoney.com. We offer so much more, but we also offer money as well. So we offer so much more than hard money, but we also offer hard money as well. So you're going to want to check it out. I've got a couple of videos I think you're really going to enjoy. One is why are foreclosed homes so cheap? You can check out that video. We'll put it in the comments. We'll put it on the screen as well. I also have a blog you're going to want to check out if you want to read up on this. This is Foreclosure Homes Purchase Process for Fix and Flippers. So it's a whole blog that goes through the process for fix and flippers dealing with foreclosed properties. So you're going to want to give that a read as well. Again, we'll link that into the comments. I also, if you'd like to get a contractor estimate sheet absolutely for free, it goes through and shows you exactly what the contractor needs to fill out. I use it when I walk through a property to remind me of all the things that I need to check on the property, and that's what I give my contractor to get prices, or we do prices over the phone. If you want to get that form absolutely for free, all you've got to do is shoot a text over to 435-294-0433. Again, 435-294-0433, and in the subject line, just put your email address.